Hello. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Welcome back. How is everyone? I'll turn this up a little bit more. Turn it up a tiny bit more. What's up, Searzy? What's up, Natsu? Hello, Opiko. What's up, Koenig? Thank you for the happy birthdays. Thank you for that birthdays. I know, I'm the big 2-8 now. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that wild? WW. Not 28 isn't that bad. True. 28's not that bad, actually. I do feel old, though. Where did the years go? I know. I know. How's everyone's day, though? How we all doing? Dude, this OST will always be so amazing. It's so goated. Like, GS kind of knew what they were doing with this one. Are you feeling better? Still battling a pretty bad tooth infection, but other than that, like I feel pretty, you know, I'm probably like 80% to snuff. But yeah, I mean, I'm doing a little bit better. What's up, O'Connor? Just came to say hi. Happy birthday, Hex. Hope you have a nice day. Good stream. Thank you. Thank you. I hope you have a good day too. And you know, if you stick around, great. If you don't, great. Is the stream laggy at all for you guys? I keep getting like a thing that says like, you know, warning the stream might be a little laggy. I just want to make sure it's not like affecting you guys. Thank you, Veer. Thank you for the happy birthdays. Welcome, welcome. No, not laggy. Cool. So I think today's stream, it'll probably be like a standard length stream, probably like, you know, hour and a half, 2 hours maybe. And we're just going to be going over basically all the updates that I've been missing. I know there's Kenshin coming out, and then there's like a lot of other stuff with Kenshin coming out. So I guess we're just going to be taking a look at that. And then, you know, I'll give my thoughts and everything on, you know, everything that's coming out. And then maybe whether or not it's good to summon on, good to not summon on, I don't know. We'll see. I heard Mines is coming back, though. That's huge, actually. Huge. And then, another thing we can do if you want to, try to take a look at the new Crest Palace, because I know there's the new Nova one. I think it's still out, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, there's 2 days left on it. I haven't done it at all. As you can see, like, I haven't really been playing GS a lot lately, just because of everything going on, but we can try to tackle this. I'll try to do it with like a blind run, if you know what I mean, where I don't know any info on it because I don't. And then I'll just try to figure it out, see if I can beat it. But I hear it's a lot easier than other Crest Palaces, or other Novas anyways. Is that somewhere around the true statements? This one's apparently easier than most other ones. For once, I'll actually try to do the mines, because I only did it till floor 30 or 32 and quit. Me too. Now that I have like Summer Mew and all these other like cool ascended units, I'm definitely going to try to go pretty deep in the mines. But yeah, I think we should get started, huh? Maybe start going over some of the new Kenshin stuff. Let me just turn the music down a tiny bit. That way it's not like too distracting. Good luck doing Nova. Is it hard? Is the new Nova Crest Palace harder? I heard it was easier. No Shizu though, Sag. Or SDL Reamer. Not easy? Oh, okay. This Nova's easy? Yeah, that's what I heard. Do you want to try to do the blind run of Nova first, or do you want to go over all this, the nitty-gritties first? Up to you, chat. I'm down either way. Up to me. Up to me. And we can probably do the Nova Crest Palace first. Let's try to tackle it, because if it's easy, then we should be able to get it done pretty quickly. Alright, so offer no assistance. And then watching G on the big screen TV, nice. So offer me no assistance, and I'm not even going to look at leaderboards or anything. I'm just going to try to build a generic team that I think could be used against this. So, what do we do here? I want to use Shizu, actually. Hang on. I want to use Shizu. So if we change Miyu out for Shizu, right? I want to try to beat Shizu as a leader. Also, we change him out. This is just like the generic team I was farming the Tensor events with. Let's try to do it with Mono Fire. I mean, I know it's kind of like a Fire Crest Palace, but on the... No, I'm not supposed to know anything. Not to. But thank you, though. We tried it last night. I see. Let's try to do it Mono Fire and see what happens. And we do Kiri, right? This looked like a pretty good team. Let's do Berwick Sandals. Where are those? So for whatever reason, I don't know if any of you noticed, but my equipment's like backwards now, or it's like messed up. Like it doesn't show it in the correct order anymore. Good luck doing it for the first time with no guidance. I've been trying to get a sub 140. Womp, what's up, Pokenate? How are you? Welcome to the stream. But anyone else notice that about their equipment? It's like listed weird now. I don't know if that's just like a me thing, but... Wait, who's this on? Shizu. Should we do her true weapon? I forget if her true weapon's useful or not. How is it listed before? So before it listed, so it listed from the lowest rarity, and then it listed all of like the different types of equipment in the lowest rarity. Then it went to 4-star, listed all of the 4-star ones, and then it switched to 5-star and listed all 5 stars for all the different weapons. It never used to be like mixed in before. And I've tried like, so like if I go to equipment right now, right, so if I go to like equipment list, like and it does it backwards. So now this used to be last. This used to be last. And so I try to go, so like let's say I go into here, right? And I go into equipment or equipment type, right? So if I go to rarity and then I try to like go to descending, it like doesn't change anything. Oh, if I do like all, okay. And then if I go to ascending, it does that. But I think it was on descending before because my physicals used to be first. But then it used to show like the the low tier ones first. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just out here. Level 10 rune when? Level 10 rune when? I don't know what that means. Oh. BFM true weapon? Oh. Why would you want to see 2-star equips? First, they do. Some of them actually have uses, actually. Plus, it's more of like, I've always seen it like that, and I don't really like change. Fire units? That's the only thing I haven't tried. Yeah, I like mono fire. Where's Shizu's true weapon? Shizu's true weapon, physical? Yeah, see, like, why are all my 4 stars down here? They should be up at the top. Whatever. I'm not gonna complain anymore. Let's just go hella generic. We can do it that way. Just go hella generic. Change this to... where are my other Izanagi's? Why you want to see 4 stars first in a 5-star slot? I know, it's because I've always seen them like that. So I'm just used to like sorting through looking through my things like that. Yeah, I guess we just go dumb generic. And then I think we go Blessed Necklace, I guess. Just in case. We just slap it on Kiri continuously. Alright. This seems pretty good, honestly. Or actually, no. Instead of this, wait, why don't we just do Rin Tosaka's outfit? How about that? Bam. It loves Shuna. She's an infinite unit reviver, but only every 60 seconds. Well, try using Mono Earth. I could try that after if you want. I'm going to do Mono Fire first, though. And then I guess I'll do Fire Food. Because why not? Alright. Let's see how this goes. It's probably going to go horrible. I'm not going to lie. We're going to do options. We're going to do skill on. Don't use. Okay. Shoot. I'm going to do this on him. I'm just going to go through and just do the things. I have to like figure out what everyone does again. What's up, Gods Leon? When is the mines open? As Earthkiller, by the way, also wouldn't use global at the boss if I were you. Oh, okay. I guess we just do this. At least this comp will probably die. Oh, you think so? The mines have not opened yet. I don't know if I said that or not. I see. Oh. Okay. Oh, Earth and Shield Killer. I see. Dang. So then do you just have to go straight heals? I don't have Kiri and Valentine's Day Priscilla Sag. Yeah. Eh? Shield is usually fine. I wonder if you have to use someone like spread out like Shiro. Okay. Womp womp. Are you sure? Now it's fine. Okay. I was trying not to go super meta, just because I don't know. I don't know how I really feel about like super meta, but we can go Shiro, I guess. Change Demon Globe to an instant heal instead. Okay. So we should do like Aristella's whatever swimsuit. Wait, he had Blessed Necklace on him. How did he like die? Wait, did I put Blessed Necklace on someone else and not Kiri? Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, this Nova is piss easy. The bosses do 0 damage as long as you don't bring something they have killer for. And they have very low HP. I see. Kenshin is a must summon? I haven't like looked at any of their kits yet. But I mean, I'd say it's definitely worth throwing at least like a freebie. I don't know if it's pity worthy though. Yeah, I don't know if it's pity worthy. I'm gonna be honest. It's potent killer. It's the same as bringing demons to Horiko. They get 1 tap no matter what, even with Bless. Gotcha. Gotcha. Bam, bam, bam. What's up, Ellis? New Year's Demon Rim? Hope I'm not too late. No, you're not. Not too late at all, to be honest. Iris is just like a freaking super art bot here, lol. But I'm gonna pull for Makoto since I don't have Priscilla and Kiri. Oh, I see. I mean, you could just like dump. I'm not saying that's not like a good option. I'm just saying like there's other units coming up to save for that are like worth a pity, in my opinion. If that makes sense. I also want that Kenshin. True. Our lore is so weird. She has like 3 different routes in terms of personality. Yeah, I don't know. I've never really like looked at the lore of Grand Summoners, to be honest. Wait, yeah. Holy moly. Wait, this is kind of easy. This is the last battle. Okay. We shall see what happens here. If we make the run, if we don't make the run. Isn't mistletoe iris? However you spell the name. Hang on. Keep all your units HP at full just to be safe. Okay. I wonder if this boss even can get burned. I doubt it. Yeah, I doubt it. You do less damage. It's based on the number of hits. Oh, okay. Good to know. Oh, we have this like constant like ticking too. That's interesting. Race needs a Super Vulcan rework really bad. So I always say that like when people say like, oh, I want Race to have a Super Awakening, I agree, but I also disagree because I personally think when Reyes will get a Super Awakening is going to be kind of towards the end of the lifespan of GS, which I don't really want to happen because I like this game. But because Reyes was like, what, one of the last ones to get a Super Awakening? Or, I mean, normal awakening. Reyes was one of the last ones to get like a normal awakening, so it would only make sense that he would be like one of the last ones to get a Super Awakening, and then by then like the game's kind of over. But I do agree that like I'm excited to see like what kind of awakening he might get, if you know what I mean. Imagine they make a 7-star unit. I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest. Like Ultra Awoken. So UC. That'd be pretty cool. Not gonna lie. Mega Awaken. Yeah. That'd be so funny. Ooh. Womp womp. I was too slow to react there. That's tough. Ooh. Yeah. Oh, it's a fixed. Oh no, I didn't mean to. Okay. I didn't mean to. I was clicking on the name. No. I was clicking on it. I was clicking on the thing. No. I was clicking on this thing, and then I accidentally clicked the... Okay. Bro. No. Rip Crystal. Does it just die here? Yeah. Okay. So as soon as you get past that 3,000 thing... Yeah, this is a pretty easy quest. Actually, you technically, like, don't even need a shield. Unk Hex? Dude. Calm down. Be quiet. I'm old. I'm getting old. Ooh. Dude, yeah, seriously. Like, if you bring, like, Mako instead of Shiro, I bet you this goes a lot quicker. And there's no risk to dying. With meta comp, it's 1 minute 40 seconds. 3-man? Oh. Oh, it has auto heal killer. Oh, I see. I got you. I got you. Honestly, then we could probably replace Shiro with someone to make it faster. Like OG Rimuru. I was just gonna say you could bring Rimuru instead, like normal Rimuru, human Rimuru. Let's see if we can get a faster time without me dying with human Rim. And then we can go over the stuffs. We can go over the news. Change him. You'd replace the fire units to make it faster? True, I guess. Iris, get out of here. Honestly, low-key, Iris buns outside of Mono Fire. And even in Mono Fire, she's kind of buns. I'm not gonna lie. Fire's actually doo-doo. Whoa. Calm your horses. Hold your horses. Calm yourself. Don't be saying that about my favorite element. Delta bodies? You think so? Delta mid. Are we gonna have a war going on? I think I like Valentine's Day Priscilla here. I think I replace Shizu with someone. Who to replace her with, though? Who do you think, chat? Who do you want to see? No one from Earth. Delta hot as fuck, but mid. Her kid's so strong. True. Shuna Arts has instant heal. I think she doesn't stack with Valentine's Day Priscilla. I don't think. Who do we do this with? Do we do this with Demon Lord? Rimuru? How about this? And then we replace Shiro with someone. She doesn't stack with OG Rimuru? No. Bruh. Does Shuna stack with OG Rimuru? Shuna type E. Frick. Thank you for the happy birthday, Ernie Bensi. I totally mispronounced your name. But yeah, you know who I'm talking about. Thank you for the happy birthday. Valentine's Priscilla is type F. Oh. Okay. So then we stick with Valentine's Day Priscilla and Human Rimuru. And then we have Demon Lord Rimuru as our DPS. Who do we use as another sub? Bam, 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 bam. Just use Delta Roy? Why? I don't want to use meta. Oh wait, we could use Summer Miyu. True. No. Yes, no meta indeed. Wait, we could use Summer Miyu. I don't know, she could just be a stacker, I guess. But she stacks physical damage, right? And he's magical. Right? Damn. Okay, never mind. Never mind. We're cooked. It's cooked. I mean, could use Summer Miyu with Holy Knight Roy, actually. Meta over waifu. Chart stacks attack up and her passive is 2% damage per 100% attack. Use Bizet. Delta Shiro Ojiro. I don't have Bizet. Ultimate Paladin Roy. Wait, since we're using magic, we could just use a magic buffer. How about this? Just use a magic buffer. Why not? What the hell? Increases magic damage by... What does Pipette Lance do? What even is this from? Why does it have light resistance? Hello? I guess we do XEZX and... No, I know, but I'm wondering why it was on Fubuki. I'm wondering why the equip was on Fubuki, I guess was the point there. How about this? And then we switch this to something like this. Tier does so much damage though? True. So we just use this, and then we can just like double DPS. And then we can, yeah, we'll try this. If this fails, I'll do meta, just for you guys. You hit 1.2 billion yesterday though? Nice. With who? Hit 3 billion with Holy Knight Roy and Delta. Oh, I'm just gonna do this just to avoid the burn because I don't really want it. Ooh, to save Demon Lord Rimu. Holy crap! Save him. That was close. I hate this crap. Like where the boss has no, he's gonna die. Okay. No, we're good. We're good. I hate the bosses that have like the things where once you reach a certain like HP threshold, they just don't let you do damage for a certain amount of time. It's kind of annoying. Not gonna lie. You can instant nuke 3 threshold with Summer Miyu prob? I see. I don't think we need anything too crazy here. Does she give... Okay, she gives everyone DR. That's how I got 58 seconds yesterday. Oh, I see. Oh, God. Uh-oh. Never mind, we're good. That's multi-tag, and solos you can skip thresholds. Oh. Oh, you can't skip thresholds. I see. Phantom. Damn. Yeah, multi-lag OP. True. I've seen some crazy stuff go on in multi. Like, people pulling off some, like, pretty crazy stuff. Ooh. Someone needs to get out of their stuff right now. Get out. No, we almost actually died there. That's crazy. Almost dead, Sag. Imagine that. I'll do this for the DR up. Do you think we beat it this time, chat? I think we do. Perhaps. Perhaps. Ooh. Maybe? Ooh. Oh, sorry. I accidentally just bonked my cat in the head. That's funny. Wait, we do it! GG! Nice. With no meta. Took me longer, but no meta required. Yay, we did it. Yeah, this is really easy, actually. Compared to, like, all the other ones. Holy crap. And the fact that some people are doing this under, you know, minute 40 is pretty crazy. Should press NA later since it's nearly insta heal you can do. Yeah, I know. As soon as I flipped her normal art, I kind of figured that out. I was like, oh no, I did it way too early. But cool. That was the new Crest Palace. Pretty easy compared to all the other ones. So like all the new people out there, you know, should be able to relatively have a chance at this if you have like a good enough burst heal. should host for real. Maybe. I want to go over all the new stuff first, and then we can, depending on how much time there is left, we can do some Nova Crest Palaces. I do want to go over all this stuff, though. How do I know if I'm strong enough to do Nova stages? So, you don't really know without trying, to be honest. Because, like, everyone... There's so many units out nowadays that, like, especially in the slime collab, right? I bet you could probably do that entire Nova Palace with just slime units. Not even kidding. You probably can. Will it take you forever? Probably, but you could probably do it with just slime units. So it's hard to say whether or not, like, when you're strong enough to do them. It's just really going in and just trying the Nova Palaces over and over again to see, like, with different teams, different equips, to see if you can do it. Yeah, OG Rim, Shuna, Demon Lord Rim, and New York Demon Lord Rim. Yeah. So, like, if you got lucky with slime and you got, like, most of them from the collab, like, you could probably easily do this specific Nova Crest Palace. This one specifically, though. The other ones, you kind of have to have some pretty high meta units, to be honest, I will say. Like, you're going to have, like, there's one of them where, like, you need Kiri for. I think it was, like, the first one to ever come out. But you need Kiri for that one. Unless you just know how to nuke it, which most people don't. But sands work for mitigation, to be honest. Yeah, true. Like, sandstone would work here, too, because of the mitigation, you're right. So, it's just kind of like, I don't know. So, to put into perspective, right, there are some Crest Palaces that I have every unit for, and I still struggle with it. So it's a knowledge base too, right? You have to, like, know the timings of certain attacks, like what to, you know, what equip to use when, what true arts are super arts to use when. But for me, it's like I don't know. Sometimes I do some of these Crest Palaces and, like, I struggle. Like, I know I've beaten all of them, but, like, do I beat them easily? No, not really. Some of them anyways. But yeah, so it's really just like you just got to kind of try it, I guess, to answer your question. All right. Let's look at some of this. Let's look at some of the GS Global stuff, shall we? I still haven't cleared the Condemning Blaze. Ah, I see. We shall... It's all about the equips. Yeah. So, what a lot of people don't explain, and, like, what the game doesn't explain, because so what the game does for new players, right? It throws all these cool, flashy units in front of their face, and they're like, I gotta get the units, and they only think, like, units are everything, but equips matter just as much, if not more, than units, because you could have like a full team of meta units. If you have not the right equips for certain quests, then sometimes you just can't even do it. Well, even with the meta units. So equips are, like, really, really important as well. So, all right. New stuff. So Kenshin's coming. This is coming, what, Thursday or Friday? Like, the maintenance is Thursday night into Friday, right? Some people still using Olas equips have long since been replaced. True. So I'm pretty sure this is coming out Thursday night into Friday morning, correct? That's a maintenance time, right? Shall we check? Upcoming maintenance from 4/11. So 4/11 is what, Thursday? So yeah. So it's gonna be a maintenance from Thursday night into Friday. And crossover's Kenshin. regardless how you feel about it, just going to be going over all the units and their kits to see maybe who's summon worthy, who's not summon worthy. It's been a while since I've joined the stream, but happy birthday. Yo, 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 happy birthday. Thank you, Omar. Thank you, Nathan. I know it has been a while. Thanks for stopping by. So his arts increases all allies single super arts damage by 100% after this art is used. It's pretty cool. Increases all light units attack by 50% every time this true arts is used for a maximum of 200, and then autofills arc gauge by 6 for 20 seconds for allies with 50% or more HP. Increases super crit rate by 50% during super arts. Increases all allies crit rates by 100% for 25 seconds. So that's interesting. He's like a DPS and like a support at the same time. Yo, Hex, happy birthday, man. What's up, Raldski? How are you? Thank you for the happy birthday. So first looks at this guy, pretty good unit. Super crit. So a lot of people might be thinking like, oh, he has super crit, so he's a must summon, right? So super crit, there's so many units out in the game now that do super crit that I don't think super crit is now a thing that you need to look at anymore, at least as heavily. But I mean, pretty strong kit though, I will say. Like, you know, gives light units a buff, autofills everyone's arc gauge, gives everyone crit rate, and then also has super crit. Hex dropping a stack? No. I kind of want him for Grand Crusade. True. He'd be pretty good. Happy birthday, bro. Enjoy. Thank you, OG. Thank you very much for the happy birthday. But yeah, so I think, you know, if you get this guy, count yourself lucky. Is he pity worthy though? No, I don't think so. I think there's other characters out even right now in Slime that just kind of like do close to what he does already. But be lucky if you get him. Shinosuke. Raltsky. Thank you for the $5. Get yourself a drink on me. Also, it's Raltsaki. Oh, I'm so sorry. Raltsaki. My bad. But thank you for the $5 or the €5. Thank you very much. I'll put that to good use. He's Raku for light, but actually has high damage up from his attack passive. What is his passive? Happy birthday, Hex. How you doing, man? I'm doing pretty good, Cheesy. Thank you. Now we good. I had a laugh from it. But yeah, thank you, Raltsaki, for the €5. And welcome, Cheesy Chips. Yo, Cheesy, you want to hop on call? Want to give your thoughts on some of the Kenshin units and some of the stuff that's coming out? Just because you're probably better suited at it, because you know what will be meta and what won't be meta. All right. Hold on. Hold your pants, everyone. I'm gonna get Cheesy up in here. Hold on. We're going to do this, and then we're going to do... Okay, we're gonna get Cheesy in here. Cheesy's, so while I know, like, what kits may or may not be good, Cheesy will probably be able to look at them and outright tell if, like, a unit's gonna be meta or not, or, like, worth summoning. He's just much better, like, knowledge-based on that than I am, so... I suppose we shall do it. But I'm gonna start voice chat with him. Yo, how are you?
Yo,
There are no waifus, not worth the poll. True. Cheesy, you're finally replacing Izanagi since GB equips can actually be good plus equip CT passive. Oh, someone's asking if you're gonna replace Izanagi.
For reference, Pokenate beef with me a while ago because I used Izanagi on War God. I didn't even use Izanagi on War God Fen. All right, I just said it wasn't that bad.
That's funny. That's so
Like for a
funny.
beginner, it's not the worst. Obviously, True Owen and like Dota and Roby are gonna be better, but like I don't
That's
think it's
funny.
that bad because the equipment CT passive is kind of useful because War God Fen has 2 support slots, so it could be like pretty good for just giving Argent for your team. But I don't
True.
know.
True. What do you okay, so Kenshin Himura, what do you think of the kit? What do you think of the kit?
Okay, so this guy, this is basically, yeah, he's type F, right? So this is like the first type F super crit unit, I think, in the game. But then there's also the new water magic unit that just dropped on JP for story that
Yep.
has 100% super crit. But I think she's also type F Argen.
Mm.
So I think like every single element in the game now, apart from Dark, has a super crit arts gen. Um,
Oh,
This guy's for
true.
light. War God Fen's Earth, the new water unit. Um, and then Sunraku for fire.
For
So
fire, yeah.
I think his kit is pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. The damage passive, it's okay. It's pretty specific though. It's kind of niche, but I like his true arts. The attack stacking is pretty good because he's got a little bit more like sub DPS potential compared to like Sunraku, where there's only like sub DPS for Sunraku is his normal art that like actually
Mhm.
benefits other people. Other than that, he just does crit res down.
Yeah.
So this guy can stack, attack up for light units, and then, um, yeah, his super arts, the crit rate lasts for 25 seconds, so actually it's like pretty good.
Yeah.
25-second crit rate to everybody in your team is actually pretty good. So he can kind of work. He basically works in the same way that like a Sunraku or War God Fen would work, except he's
Oh,
light.
true.
And he's
True,
got
true, true.
slightly more. Now the thing is, he has a 180k modifier with 50 super crit. Sunraku has 50 super crit and a 160k modifier. We don't have anybody in the game yet that has a 180k modifier with this amount of super crit. So I do think he is gonna
Oh,
hit pretty hard.
that's
But
fair.
what I have seen about the animations that they're like kind of boring. So that's my only downside.
Do you think are they long or are they short?
I don't know if they're long or short. I think they just copied they just took the art and then like added like one small move to it and then turned that into the true arts. Like did it
Gotcha.
instead of like being unique, they just like copy and pasted kind of, so which is why it's kind of boring.
Yeah.
But
Also, they're saying technically they have dark or demon lord or yeah, demon lord Vox, but it's only to demons and super crit is useless
oh
apparently.
yeah, I was more so saying I guess you could count Devox as an arts gener, but I don't know, it's pretty niche. But yeah, he does have super crit
True.
technically,
True.
but it's on true art, which I don't know. His true art doesn't do a lot of damage compared to the super art, so you have to like cycle and stuff.
Gotcha, gotcha. Well, do you think this unit is a must summon?
I feel like he's gonna be the best pickup for new players. I feel like for veterans, if you already got like War God Fenance and Raku, you could probably skip. If you get him, I think he'll be useful. I think you can use him in Summoner's Road a lot. I think he's gonna be very good with units like I mentioned Senki, Hazuki.
Mm-hmm.
I think him and Hazuki might be like one of the best combos in the game because all of their buffs stack with each other. Because Senki has 150 physical damage up, stacking on the normal art. She's got arts damage up, damage res, and she's got light res down, which benefits uh, Kenshin, the Kenshin dude, benefits all of his attacks and everything. So Senki benefits him, and then Kenshin's True Art benefits Senki, so they kind of like, you know,
Oh, I see. I
intertwine a bit.
see. Yep.
All their buffs work well with each other. So I feel like that's going to be a really good combo. Um, BF Emperor, yeah, except he's like magic, but I mean the damage res could work.
True.
Mako, yes. Summer Chloe could also work.
Summer
Um,
Chloe. Yeah.
yeah, Summer Chloe, you need to throw in a healer. Um, but I feel like he's gonna be good. I don't think he's bad. Um, is he a must own? I feel like for veterans, you could probably get away without going for him. But if you
Hmm.
do like pity him, I don't think it's a wasted pity. I think it's it's good.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's a must pity. And for new players starting the game, I feel like this is gonna be the unit to go for because they're gonna serve as like a War God Fence on Raku role.
Gotcha. True. True. Okay. Sorry, I kind of called you, and I've been like out of the GS loop like for a couple weeks because
Oh,
of
I
IRL
haven't
stuff.
touched
So like,
I haven't touched Grand Crusade in like 2 weeks. I'm still only on like Area 53. So
higher than me. Oh wait, no, I think I'm somewhere around there too. But I mean, like for like news and like the Kenshin crossover and stuff like that. Like I've been just like not in the loop. So I was like, hey, maybe this guy knows.
really the only equip that like I feel like I have to get before actually Grand Crusade should be permanent, but the only equip that I feel like I need to get from first episode is Vulture Cap. The
Hmm.
rest are okay, but they're always like 130 attack up or something, and like attack buffs are good in the game, but damage ups are much better than attack ups. And like
Yeah.
people don't realize that 130 attack up is like not anything super crazy. When you could have
True.
like 80 damage up instead.
True. 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 True.
But if you get lucky, you can get like 86 magic damage up, 80 attack up on an equip. But that's if you get lucky, and
Mm.
getting lucky is pretty hard for Grand Crusade equips. But
What does Cheese think
what
of
does
Shuna and Veldora? Ended up with Shuna and summons and pity for Veldora. Thoughts?
I honestly slept on Shuna like an absolute normie, but I think she's really good for Grand Crusade from what I've heard.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, she's like one of the best healers for the EX bosses.
Hmm. I see. I see. Well, that's good to know. I've also been sleeping on Shuna. Like I got her, and I think I used her once. Actually,
I looked at her kit and I thought she was bad, but apparently she's like actually insane for the EX bosses. So
wait. Let's actually go in and see.
that's what I'm doing right now.
Let's see how many quests I've used with this chick. Hold on. No, it's gonna be like one quest. Oh no, I've actually used her in a good amount. 375. What the heck have I used her in? Oh, farming the I think I used her for farming Tensuro event. That's why. I think outside of Tensuro though, I haven't used her a single time.
Yeah. I've been using Valentine's Priscilla for the Grand Crusade EX bosses, but I think they kind of do the same role.
I have 3 canaries. I just want
Actually,
Lysistina. True. True.
dude, I used that one era of GS where they had like 12th G, Late Sistina, Fire Orvel.
Mm-hmm.
That era, that timeline right before the War God Fen drop, I got so lucky. I did like the first summon, I got Late Sistina on like the free summon. I got what was the other guy I got? Yeah, I had Late Sistina free summon. I got 12th G, the first free summon. Bro, that was a timeline. That was an absolute timeline.
Jeez. All right. So Sonosuke. So someone said water guy's mid as fuck. I'm gonna be real with you. Got nearly 0 self arts. Wants to spam super arts with a fast animation. So he's just sitting there most of the time waiting for arts. Thoughts?
This is the worst guy out of the crossover. The
Let's
reason why
see.
I say this, looking at his kit, right? He wants to be a damage dealer, but he has nearly nothing like all the best damage dealers in the game have at least some form of like self arts gen. This
Hmm.
dude has like nothing in his kit for self arts gen. His true art, I just don't see it being useful unless you're like maybe going for nuke LBs that you need BE for some reason, but I don't know. And then his arts, I also just like I also don't think that that's anything too crazy. And then his super arts, it's a defense ignore with a 200k modifier, and then it stacks super arts damage. Now the stacking, 70 seconds is a pretty long duration for stacking. Don't get it twisted, but I don't know. It's just like at that point, why not just run a better defense ignore damage dealer that has like better self
Yeah,
arts?
yeah,
His super arts is kind of like Jay, is what it reminds me of for super art stacking, but
yeah,
Jay just has a lot better like self arts.
yeah. Because he gets self arts in his super arts,
Mm-hmm.
and it's the self art stacks too,
Yeah.
along with his damage. I feel like 200. I feel like modifiers nowadays, like 200k percent, like yeah, that's a big modifier. But I feel like if you just look at the modifier, that's not really that crazy because Saitama does
No.
200% or 200,000%. Like, and he's an awoken unit. So it's
Mm.
like, I don't know. I feel like you're right on the money just
I
because the
also think
modifier side.
damage ups damage ups matter a lot more than modifiers right now.
Yeah, true. True, true, true. So you say
And
this
then you
guy's a
look at
hot skip?
this guy's a hot skip. Like there's so many damage dealers in the game, and this guy
Ooh.
just can't compete with upcoming damage dealers and ones that have already released. If you're looking for the next big damage dealer in GS, look no further. S's Valerie is about to drop. We are saved.
We are
Finally a cool unit.
saved.
Finally a cool unit. Something to be hyped for. Unique artwork, unique art design. I'm actually hyped. I have 170,000 elk I'm dropping on S's
Oh,
Valerie.
nice. If his
I
damage
could
up stacking was res down stacking, it'd be way better. True.
yeah.
So buns. So
Yeah,
don't
buns
go for
pretty
this
much.
guy. Go for SS
No.
Val.
Yeah.
That's true. All right.
Valerie has so much damage up and like bro, Valerie has everything in her kit. She's so good.
I haven't
I
actually
should
like
show her cookies.
looked at her kit yet, but I'm gonna have to. Bro, you just walked in. True. Ash Toto clears. LOL. Nah, get out of here. I'll talk to
Okay,
you.
so this guy, I'm not gonna lie, I slipped on for a bit, but after discussing with other people, that being in my clan and just like other people I know on Discord, this guy is actually goated. This
Really?
guy apparently has set like he's on leaderboards on JP for the Dark Celia Nova Palace.
Hmm.
This is the first guy to get like below a minute on it or something like that. So he's
Really?
actually just like yeah, he's goaded for just like speed running sustains and nukes. He's basically kind of like a
Hmm.
J or a Summer Miu, but just like better because here's the thing. So basically the way he works is he has a Siger Zero type of super art every single wave, and then on top of
Mm.
that he gets 100 art gauge every wave.
Oh.
Already
Wait.
got sub 1 minute on daily on global. I don't know. Then whoever was talking to me, but they said something like they went crazy on JP or something like that to not skip them. But
Gotcha. Wait, so you say he has a
yeah,
Siger Zero
so
type. How does
if you
that
look at his
work?
ability here,
Okay.
double single own super arts damage and break power beginning of the battle. So every single wave, pretty much, because the beginning of battle, every single time
Mm.
he super arts for the first time on a wave, he has a 460k modifier or
Oh.
like 18k break, and then he also gains 100 art gauge, I think, every wave.
Shit. Wait, that's kind of good. I'm not gonna lie.
And then the other thing is res down is really important for just nuking characters in the game. This guy has 150 I think it's 150 res down this guy has. So why is that insane? Is because, like for instance, Uzu. You know how hard Uzu hits, right? He has 150 physical res down. Um, res down is very, very good, very, very good. So the fact that you can do a 460k attack with 150 res down at the beginning of nearly every wave,
Hmm.
um, he'll absolutely wipe through stages. Now I don't know how stages with iframes are gonna work, but I'm assuming if you just build like the correct team around him, you can probably just get him to spam super arts really easily. Um, but yeah, I was kind of sleeping on him because I was like, 100 art gauge every wave. I don't know how much that's gonna benefit him if you really want to just spam your super arts every single time. Um,
Yeah.
but also his charts isn't that bad. Don't overlook the charts. 100 physical res down is not bad either. You can stack that with
Nice.
the super arts, and you can get 250 res down.
Sounds freaking goated to me. Holy shit. I might have to summon for
Everyone's been
him.
saying, yeah, everyone's been saying in the chat, fast DPS best unit. He's goated. Basically just a better Miu, so yeah, kind of what I've been saying. But he also has
No.
accuracy on his super art.
I don't want him to replace
Um,
Summer Mew. No.
I'm still debating if I want to go deep on this crossover or not. I don't like the crossover a whole lot, but the characters are good. But
True.
I haven't watched the anime. If I watched the
Yeah.
anime, I'd probably like the characters more, but I just don't really. I
Yeah.
don't know.
I mean, it's good. I've been saying with
I wanted
Legend.
ReZero. I wanted a ReZero rerun
Mm.
so bad, dude.
I
If he could
know.
get
Oh.
if he could get Felix, if he could get Reinhard, like bro, there's so many ReZero characters that we could get that would be just like goated. Oh my god.
Orvell's
Season
still
three
one or
season
two
three
more
was
years.
so good, man. Anybody in the
Gotcha.
chat who has seen ReZero season 3, do you agree with me that that was just like absolute peak cinema?
Peak cinema. Peak
Seriously.
cinema.
I think it rivaled like Solo Leveling season 2 in terms of just being like that good.
I
Just
see.
so
I
good.
see. All right.
There was a couple sus moments though in season 3 compared to the other seasons. I was like, yo, they did not have to add that, but they did.
Get Shishino out. Okay, we have to go over this though. I've only seen ReZero season 1.
Wait, are people saying that are people get Shishisho out? I actually think this guy is actually good.
You think so?
So here's my reasoning. I think this dude can get over 400 damage. I think it's like he can get 450 damage up in his kit.
Oh,
Which
really?
yeah. So his super arts, let me just I think he increases fire units damage by 200% of super arts, but I think he also has a passive that if the enemy is burning, he gives himself like more damage up. And the thing is, you can combine him with Shizu, and it's busted because you just run him and Shizu together. And I think this might be the new best raid nuke team in the game. Because yeah, the 260 fire res down, and like this unit with like 500 damage up passively. Keep in mind, you could also run what is it, Delta's Trippin. You could also run on him, so that you give him like another 130 damage up. He's gonna hit so hard.
Gotcha.
320% fire res down on Shizu. Yeah, you get 320 fire res down with Shizu, and then this dude has like 450 damage up in his kit.
Jesus.
Yeah, if the enemy is burning, if not, he just has like 200 damage up, I think, or something like that. Let me look at his kit.
I hate
I don't
characters
have.
that either take away their health or apply status ailments to themselves. True, but I guess there's some balancing aspect to it. Sunraku for burst damage, true.
Yeah, you could also use Throne Raku. Okay, so I'm looking at his kit in a Discord right now. So the way, yeah. So increase own damage the lower own HP is, right? Max 300% damage.
Oh.
So if you use Pala Necklace on him, right? 300% damage up. Okay. Then he has 200% damage up to everybody on his super arts. So now he's got 500 damage up. But get this, if his own self is burning, also increases own damage by 150%. So in total,
Jesus.
he can get 650% damage up on himself in total. just by himself. 650 damage up.
Damn. Wait, actually, damn.
So
Wait.
there is currently not another unit in the game that can get 650 damage up by himself. I think the closest is around like 400, 450. I don't think anybody can even reach 600.
How long does it take for the part 2 crossover to come out?
650.
So usually upon release, it takes, I think, like usually 2 to 3 weeks for them to release like the second part. So probably like 2 weeks ish. Once part 1 drops initially, it'll be about 2 weeks. Plus Delta's tripping.
Yeah. If you run, so if Delta's tripping, you could get 770 damage up on him. This, plus, by far, is probably going to be the best raid nuker in GS. I don't think he's going to be... I think he'll be okay for sustain. I don't think, though, that he's going to be anything crazy in sustain. He doesn't have a whole lot of... if own self is leader, increase fire allies arts by 5 per second instead. Ooh. So... he has an ability, increases all fire allies on your team arts by 3 a second, and if he's leader, 5 arts per second. So in mono fire, he actually can be an arts gener, because he just does 5 arts per second to every fire unit on your team. So he actually has good use in sustain. He can get 150 damage res down. Yeah, he has 150 damage res down, and he can be a good damage dealer.
Don't tell me I have to actually go deep on this banner. On this crossover. Wait.
I know, I'm thinking about it.
Cause Omar's right. What if they pull Yu Yu Hakusho and never like show us these like units again? Like what if they just never come back? Ever.
Yeah, part 1 decent, part 2 busted. I feel like
I'm gonna mute myself real quick.
Part 1. Okay. Part 1 I feel like is like Part 1, that one unit, the Kenshin dude's good for new players. Part 2 is I feel like where all the veterans are gonna go like crazy for something. I can't speak. Holy. But also Cheese, will he suck at boss with status element res? Oh yeah, I get what you mean. Hey, chat. The other thing I've been thinking about, right? I didn't make a video on it, but I wanted to rant about the new Celia that just came out on JP. The fact that she has 100 status element res to the entire team if you're running all humans, that alone is like so busted, because every single Summoner's Road stage right now has like status elements, or like even Grand Crusade has status elements. The fact that she just negates all of it if you're running mono human, kind of busted. And on top of that, you don't have to run mono human, because if you just run a human taunt tank, the human taunt tank will have 100 status element res. You can run her, 2 demons, and a human taunt tank, and then it would just get rid of the status elements. I feel like she's actually like pretty busted, and she's a type F. She can have 100 super crit, good modifier.
I'm back.
And the best thing about it, she also has really great synergy with SS Rosetta. So I feel like SS Rosetta and the new Celia are going to be like the best duo in the game now. But yeah.
Dang. Those are all the units, right? So pretty much part 2, you want both units if you can. And then part 1, you really only want like the Kenshin.
Part 1 is for the rerollers, part 2 is for the veterans, pretty much.
Solid. I actually like that. I actually like that line. Part 1's for the rerollers, part 2's for the vets. So other than
I also think the dude's animations are kind of slow for the art gener guy.
Oh yeah.
I think his animations are kind of slow, so.
Sunraku, Vipris, Kiri, Shisho. Thoughts?
Wait, who's Shisho? Is that the new guy?
That's the guy we were just going over.
Is he magic or is he physical?
He's physical.
Oh. Yeah, it could work. That's like 3 arch geners at once.
True. I'm back to miss the whole thing. No, so we just went over the characters and their kits. So, as Cheesy quoted, part 1's for rerollers, part 2's for the vets. Apparently, both part 2 units are busted, which are pretty good. Which means I'm probably going to be going a little hard on part 2. Try to see if we can get ourselves at least one of these 2 busted units, because that'd be pretty cool to get one of them. But
Like,
yeah.
a long time ago, and by a long time ago, I think probably like a year ago or so, I used to think that like units would only be pity worthy if they were like art generous supports, like Orgod Fenris and Rakus, for instance. But then I was like, I took a chance one time and I pitied Momon. Best decision I ever made, because
Yeah.
Momon's so busted. Momon has carried Crest Palaces so much. Like, he's been goated in raid nukes. I did not regret pitying Momon in any way.
Low-key about to drop $200. You know what? Maybe I do too. So funny. Imagine
Double
this
pity
is
Momon.
the crossover I drop a band on. LOL.
I didn't get anything from the new crossover. I don't actually. I got Diablo.
I literally
That was good.
okay. If I was to drop a literal $1,000 on any crossover, it would have been this slime crossover. But I got super fucking lucky. I think you were there with me, or maybe you weren't.
I think so.
Maybe. I think you were, and we you were. We did dual summons, and I literally got all 4 of the units without having to pay like any money.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, ugh. I got a congratulations, and I got like a duplicate of Veldor or something. Yeah.
Was Veldor
so
overrated due to him being a dragging unit? Kind of. He's not terrible, but he's also not like anything insane. People were hyping him because he was a dragging unit, though, for sure.
Yeah.
And like, yes, that does help because some mines bosses, but like, the thing I don't like about him the most is his animations take like 10 seconds for him to hit. It's
True.
so annoying. That's not like, it's, oh god.
Speaking of mines, we are getting mines back.
Is good again.
So we're getting mines back, and we're getting 2 new
I'll have to repost my mines. I'll have to repost my mines playlist or something like that.
True.
All my mines videos don't have thumbnails because they're like 3 years old.
Oh jeez. I'll probably have to
But
like
people need them.
either redo mine or like do it all in one like mega video. Okay, chat. Which do you prefer? Like as a viewer that watches like content on things, do you prefer a playlist of super short videos that goes over each mines boss, or do you prefer like one giant like half-hour 45-minute video that has all of them all just in one video for you? Like as each mine boss, you prefer videos for each one? That's what I thought initially.
Yo, thanks for the watching.
Watching your mines videos, cheese for JP. True. Yeah, give this guy
Dude,
some.
those videos are like 3 years old. That's like when I launched my channel, or at least like started uploading stuff.
I think I have most of the mines. I think I still have like 3 or 4 of the old bosses to finish up on the mine series, which I'll probably start doing now that this will be happening. Maybe a mix, do a few short bite type or something. Maybe sort by good weapon drop. Oh, each mine boss. I'm not trying to scroll through, skip half the video to find one boss I'm looking for, plus how watch time for you, because people skipping stuff. True. That's true. But yeah,
Just
so
think about it this way, Hex, right?
Yeah.
If you upload individual videos, you get more views because it's multiple videos.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Well, I did that originally, so I guess I'll continue to do that from now on. But yeah, I actually can't believe Mines is finally coming back. I really actually thought we were never going to see this again. It was so long since we've had Mines, and I get really like burnt out with Mines super quick. Like I usually get to like 480 and then I'm just like meh. but I'm gonna go hard this time. Like we're reaching like floor like 200 at least.
I got to like 120 last time, but now I have Jay, so
More of an information
is,
sense. I don't upload individually.
HK Roy and Jay, or like HK Roy and Sunraku are probably gonna get so far in mines off of that combo alone. So
Burnt out at BF 80 is crazy. Like how could you get burnt out at only 80, or how did you not get burnt out before 80? I'm trying to.
He means burnt out at only 80.
He means burnt out only 80. Okay, listen.
Yeah.
Listen. I need to get grief in mines. True. How do you not burn out before 300? I don't know how you don't burn out before 300. What the heck? But yeah, so mine's coming back. We will be doing a lot of videos on this. And then we're going to be doing probably a lot of streams where we just are just straight up grinding mines. Trying to go for equips and stuff.
I have to make mines content.
Yeah, for sure. We'll be going over like, I'll probably be making content on like, yeah, true. Channel revive would be nice.
The last time I popped off was like raid showcases or like raid tutorials.
True. I need to do like teams to like team builds, but I guess that would go in for like each boss, I guess. But you do like generic teams.
Yeah, I feel like 90% of my raid or not raid, my mines videos are gonna have Jay in them. At least if I remake them. True.
Mine will probably have Summer Miu in them because Summer Miu is kind of goated for mines too. So current promo and event intro. So this was from the live stream that I didn't react to because again, I've been kind of MIA for the past like 2 or 3 weeks. But so we're getting obviously a total of 190 tickets in total. It's not 190 of each, it's 190 total, so don't get that mixed up. And they are giving us true equip EX tickets. We'll probably get 3 of these like we did with Slime, to be honest. Why are there revival tickets? Unless this is for... Oh wait, yeah, why are there revival tickets? Because it says Kenshin. Someone was lazy. Someone was lazy.
The anime is dead.
Okay. Someone on the marketing was lazy.
Because they haven't made a season 2 in over 20 years.
But yeah, so you get a total of 190 tickets. 152 tickets, probably from like all the missions and stuff, and the login bonuses and whatever. And then 2 LB stones to... Wow, a whole 2 rainbow gems. You see that, Cheesy? A whole 2 rainbow gems. That's crazy. So nice. Holy moly, I thought...
Wow.
That's like so generous of them, actually. I do appreciate the 15 large potions, though. And then we are getting a triple boost. So we're getting a triple 10-day login bonus. So like if you're a newer player, if you remember your first 10 days of the game, you logged in, you got like, you know, a copy of each of the tickets, and then you got 1 of each of the LBs. We're getting 3 of those. They're happening separately. So once you complete the first 10 days, it'll start the next 10-day login. So you're not getting all 3 of these at once. So it's going to be over 30 days. So 1 month, you're going to have to log in to get all, you know, 3 copies of everything. So I just want to make that clear. Grand Crusade will still be up, it looks like. So I'm hoping that that is permanent in the game, because that'd be pretty dope if it was. I think in JP it is, right? Pretty sure. But you do get some stuff from that. Blue Jacket 2, that's currently going on. This is just kind of all the stuff that you're getting from Blue Jacket 2. 50 crystals, 5 food items, 2 LB stones, 2 RGBs, 10 large potions, and the magical mines. So this is where crystals fluctuate. So 120 is, I think it bases that off of like the general player. I think in mines though, if you go super deep in mines, I think you can get upwards towards like 350 to 450 crystals, I'm pretty sure. Like it's a crazy amount of crystals that you get. If you go to like floor like 300-400, it's like a ton. And then obviously flux drops, you get a fuck ton of those in the mines, and then you get a lot of small and medium potions from the mines too. So if you're looking for either of those,
they gotta find another way in GS to give players flux drops other than mines.
True, because
it's bad.
Yeah.
I said they need to have like a Clash of Clans format where they have this mine that you can daily log in and click on it like every couple hours, and it will give you like 10 flux drops or maybe like 5 flux drops, and you can upgrade it using some form of currency, like maybe Gren or crystals, because right now Gren has like no usage in the game. When's the last time you've had to farm gold cats? Probably like 4 years ago. Nobody farms gold cats, and we have infinite Gren, as at least for veteran players.
Yeah, true.
So I feel like they need to find more ways to incorporate Gren. And if they like put in a little Clash of Clans format, they get like, you know, good login, replayability. You get some, bro, it's Clash of Clans. You get a way to get more flux drops, and it's something new to the game that would keep players, you know, to come back to the game. Good way of getting flux drops, and you don't have to wait for mines. And then the other thing is helper rewards. They need to give out more stuff for helper rewards, because right now there's not enough incentive to want to go do helper rewards. Like, yeah, you do get rewards, but like, bro, you got to do 200 online battles, and sometimes it'd be painful in helper. Pubs will be painful sometimes.
Pubs are like, there's a reason I don't do my helper rewards. There's a reason I don't normally do pubs unless I'm streaming.
I used to do a lot.
Oh, no way. What if GS does something insane and does YouTuber collab where 4 or 5 select YouTubers are chosen and get put into the game? They choose what unit they want to be, fire, dark, magic, etc. That'd be pretty cool. Will it ever happen? No. But that'd be pretty cool.
No, it's not happening.
Also, I'm glad I'm OP is canon in GS. Oh yeah, isn't he like on a sticker now?
Yeah, he has a slogan on a sticker now. That's the closest we'll get to anything YouTuber related being in GS for years to come. As a sticker, OP's slogan.
Don't forget to drink water. Nah, that's so funny. Yeah. That's so funny, actually. Wait, so these will be, so all 5 of these are going to be in the game now, right?
Yeah, it should be.
Nah, dude,
I wish the "you're cooked" would said like "I'm cooked," because like, I don't know, "you're cooked," I don't know what that's gonna be referring to, like the boss, but like the boss ain't gonna see the sticker. I feel like people are gonna use it in raids. People are gonna spam that in raids and say "you're cooked" after they nuke the boss in half a second. Yeah, it should have been "I'm cooked." That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I actually do like these though. I like these stickers. Ready up partner. Yeah. Don't forget to drink water.
I feel like I'm gonna use the ready up partner one quite a bit.
I like this one. This one's my favorite. Just fucking what's his face? Just like Gerald, because he's a taunting, but his barrier's like nothing. So he just gets fucking insta killed all the time. That's so funny. Feel like when someone dies,
they went for like a Saitama punch, I think.
Yeah, Saitama punch, and then you're cooked. That's funny. It should have been "I'm cooked," because then like if you're about to die from something, you just spam like "I'm cooked." Blah.
That's what I'm saying. Why did they do "you're cooked"? Like the boss isn't gonna see the sticker.
I know the boss is not gonna see the sticker. That's just a BM. It's just a BM sticker for raids.
It's a BM sticker for raids. That's literally what I've been saying. I'm like, it's just a BM sticker for raids.
That is just a BM sticker for raids. That's crazy. What else did they do? 2025 player survey results.
Oh yeah, look at this. Yeah, none of these are getting put in. No.
I was gonna say, yeah,
but I really don't think.
I need free run to be in. Come on, why not do free run?
Some of these. Let me just cancel out some of these, right? All right. So first of all, we're gonna cancel out We're gonna cancel out Bleach. We do not. They don't have the money to get Bleach.
Okay.
There's no way. Demon Slayer. They don't have the money to buy Demon Slayer. Dragon Ball. We can't get.
Yep.
Hunter x Hunter. I don't think we can get. We don't have the money for that. JoJo's also do not have the money to get. Naruto do not have the money. One Piece don't have the money. I feel like the other ones are possible. Okay, well, why is it wrong to try to pick up Girls in a Dungeon on here? I did
Wait,
not expect
yeah,
that to
why?
be so high in popularity.
I mean,
The fact that that was like over Kaiju number 8 or like other good like somewhat recent shows.
Frieren in
Where's the Kaiju
2027.
number 8?
LOL. I know. Give
Hey,
me
anybody who's watched
give me
Kaiju
the
number 8 in the
mechs.
chat.
Give me the mechs. Give me my machine units.
Look at that. JJK back up on there after 4 years, and they still haven't brought it to the game. What can I say? I would have been happy with Frieren as well.
Frieren, I want Frieren so badly, actually.
I don't understand Konosuba. I haven't watched Konosuba, but I feel like... I probably won't say anything, but... I guess that's a stretch. I haven't seen Konosuba, but if it's anything like gag humor, it'd be kind of hard to like incorporate gag humor type of gimmicks into GS. I mean, I guess they did with Saitama, so maybe I should take that back.
Yeah. So basically a big list.
Favorite anime there?
So basically a big list
like
of shit we're not getting.
Yeah, I would have liked to have like Code Geass on here, and you could get like machine units, but
Yeah. Womp.
but who watches Code
fucking
Geass,
womp.
right? Who watches Code
True.
Geass? What are the other slides? I was gonna drop a video on crossovers I expect to see before they did the live stream and announced Kenshin, and not a single one of the animes that I had on the list got picked because Kenshin came out of nowhere. Do I even have this
That's
thumbnail?
so funny.
I don't even know if I have the thumbnail. Maybe.
Then they did a favorite
I see it.
GS legend. I love how Berwick's below Luana. That's so funny.
Okay, here's another complaint. Why wasn't Edge Runners on that anime list?
Edge
Where was the
Runners.
Cyberpunk Edge Runners? Why didn't we have Edge Runners on that list? I'm ashamed.
Isn't Edge Runners American made though?
Yeah, I guess. Oh yeah, we also could have had Mob Psycho could have been on that list. But...
True. Mob Psycho would have been nice. Dude, why is Priscilla all the way down here? Why is Holy Knight Roy all the way down here? Whoa, 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 whoa. What are people doing?
Why is Berwick number 20, dude?
Why is Luana above Berwick?
No, Edge Runners are from Studio Trigger. That's what I thought, but...
Paula does have some nice thighs. Not to. I will say that.
I mean, they're sticking out, bro. That's a short-ass skirt here.
True. It is short. Miranda. We love to see Miranda up there. Long, Valerie, Lisa, Sistina.
There are a lot of Long fans out there.
Our 25-year-old orphan is on number 7. Damn. Reyes. Really? People like Reyes that much to be number 9?
Yeah.
Fen? How's Fen not top 5? What?
That's what I was saying.
How's
for Fen? I love
Fen not top 5? How's Vox 6? What?
He's Vox, bro. He's Vox. But how is Juno 5?
True. She's.
Vox
I mean,
is understandable.
listen.
Vox is the most iconic GS character, hands down.
I can give you 2 good reasons why Juno is number 5, and I don't think I have to explain any further. I don't think I have to explain any further.
No, you don't have to.
Do you know what have you seen the GS community? Do you know what kind of people lie there?
Yeah.
For Hazuki, I feel like Hazuki's good at number 4. I feel like she's low-key slept on.
That's based. Suzuki's such a fun unit.
Yeah. Number 3, Jay. Yeah, dude, everyone like simps over this man actually.
He's fun, and he's got a cool design.
True. Heart, obviously. And then Umbre Numbro. BFM. OMG, the most overhyped unit ever. That actually is not really as great as we all thought he was going to be.
Yeah.
He's actually very mid unit. Like very, very
I
mid unit.
When his kit released, I called him overrated, and people hated on me. And I was telling people, I said, you guys are gonna use him for a month, and then
Yup.
when the next Type B releases, nobody's gonna use him. And guess
Yeah.
what? I was correct. As soon as what was it HK Roy or something? As soon as the next Type B released, nobody used them anymore, man. And even then,
True.
I think people just switch to like other types. People use like Type F and Type E instead of Type B.
I haven't seen that many BF
But it's
users
hard
besides newer people. True. I'm not going to agree, but I'm not going to disagree. Yeah. I think the 80 seconds. Okay. So, what a lot of people have to realize about his, 8-second true art. Okay. Yes, it's 8 seconds long, but it also gives everyone 10 arts per second during the 8 seconds when the generalized art gauge is like 5 to 7 for 20 seconds, I think. So it's like at that point, like you're getting similar arts gauge, except like this one's more bursty, right? So it's like, I don't know. It's good, but it locks him to 2 art only.
OMG. I must pull it like 90% of the time.
Because
God forbid I make a video on that.
badass.
Because
Oh, true.
Know how that won't go.
True Pokénate. True Chickenate.
Never
Yeah.
again.
Yeah, a lot of people
Never
are.
again will I make a controversial take.
Yeah, a lot of people are arguing that, and like, yeah, you could say like, well, that locks him to true arts only, but you don't use BFM as your arch gener. Like, he's not there for that. He's a sub DPS through and through. That just happens to have pretty decent arch gen on his true art. You know?
The only sub DPS part in this kit is his like 100 damage res down. It's not even like that crazy, dude.
Well, then what else would you consider him? He's definitely not a support.
Bro, he's just mid. He has low modifiers, so he's not a DPS.
He's just nothing. He's just a nothing. He's just nothing. Then he's just delete him from the game. Just take him out.
I look-y think they should have buffed him when he released, but
Yeah.
When they dropped their kit, I was like, no, I'm not gonna lie, this might be a crazy take, but I think like OG Emp was like better, at least for like release.
Yeah, for sure.
But when OG Emp dropped, nah, the game changed when OG Emp dropped.
Yeah, that is true. It took me so long to get him. I didn't get OG Emp until BFM came out, actually. Should have had 2 sub slots. I agree with Hex to an extent, though. True. Blue Sky follow promo. Don't forget to follow. Follow them on, what do they use? Twitter, I think. Do the follower.
That's the thing I want to say. Hex, the rainbow gems you're talking about earlier. So the true weapon to go for, I forgot which unit it is. I think it's a unit that has like the Saga Zero passive kind of. That unit's true weapon has like 120 dark damage up or something like that. So it's like true Owen but for dark units.
Oh shit,
Yeah.
that's pretty good actually.
Yeah, so like any dark damage dealer units get that.
Gotcha.
Geez, what's a unit you think would change GS history that will last until the end of the game? What unit / kit would make that happen? I mean, we've kind of already had that. No Glaze, Wargoth Ven, bro.
Yeah.
The fact that this dude's still top tier after what, like 2 or 3 years
of being
he's
released.
The first super Oc to release. And bro has one of the most diverse kits in GS. I mean, he can do almost anything.
Yeah.
Like, bro, he has almost every single useful buff in the game and one character.
You need them 5 lucky gems? Yeah, follow them. Wait, so Blue Sky is Twitter 2.0? So is it like different than Twitter?
What unit slash kit would make that happen? Bro, get like 100 arts on skill.
That
His
is
normal
Blue
art would have
Sky.
like 180 res down. Turret would
Wait.
have like 10 arts per second and like
Ooh.
crit rate up to everybody.
This is
On the
Twitter.
super art, 100% super crit and like 300 damage up. And then passives that have damage up and arts per second.
What? That is
And
Twitter.
also team wide
Ew.
accuracy. There you go.
Yeah, I guess go follow them on Twitter 2.0 so we can get all this stuff.
Yeah. Owen's 140 damage up, and the other ones are 120 because of the Owen has the passive 20.
Okay, so we already got this login bonus, but then upon the release of it, we're gonna get 3 login bonuses. One's generic, obviously, just gives the 50 crystals, some stickers, and then others are also generic, just gives you the equipment and the unit summons. And then this is just them going over, like, you're getting this times 3. Let's call Blue Sky Twitter and X just X. Jeez. But yeah, that basically goes over everything, right? Basically goes over everything. You have any last minute takes? Chat / cheesy?
They've got good characters in the collab. I just wish it was a different collab. They're
True.
gonna hate me for that though.
True. Yeah, I feel you on that
Oh yeah,
one.
also, I have a bone fracture. I figured that out today. I have a stress bone fracture.
You have a stress
So-
bone fracture. Oh, because you play sports.
Yep.
Yeah, makes sense.
It literally, so stress bone fracture happens from like playing over time. It doesn't actually just happen from like landing weirdly or like yeah, it doesn't happen from like landing weirdly or like falling over or like twisting anything. It literally just happens from like repeated like jumping / like hard physical activity. So yeah, I found out a stress bone fracture and I'm basically out for the rest of the season, so kind of sucks.
Yeah, that does kind of suck. I'm sorry to
Cheese,
hear
what's
that.
a collab you would like to see? Not kit based or anything, just a collab you would love to see. Not kit based or anything. Dude, I'd have to put JJK up there. And also JJK Code Geass. I love Code Geass so much, dude. What other ones?
What about
let me look at all the
equips?
anime I've watched.
What are some of the equips to go for this collab?
Well, so many equips to go for this collab. To watch JoJo's also I'd love to see. I love JoJo so much. It would be like such a good fit for the game, but they just don't have the money, I think. Kaiju number 8 also I like to see in the game because I feel like it would fit pretty well. And I like that show.
Oh, that's
But
pretty
yeah,
good.
JJK would fit. Dude, JJK would fit Grand Summoners so well, dude.
In part 2, most of them are good. Part 1, the break sub equip. Which one's that one? Oh, because just targets break power by 50%, human allies break power by additional 50%. Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I think you can get a Grand Crusade equip that's almost as good as that too. If I remember correctly.
And then part 2 you said is good?
Ooh, that Yaman's kimono. Did you see that up there? The support equip?
Wait, this?
No, scroll up. It's the final one. Yeah, that one. The bottom one. Yeah. 4 arts per second, water, and light allies damage 30% up. Interesting. Okay. It's alright.
Not bad. And then if we go...
CT was like 5 seconds shorter.
Yeah. And then someone was saying that most of Part 2's equip are pretty good.
Ooh, I actually think that accuracy one could kind of be useful.
Oh, yeah. It could be. There's not very many things in the game that like help with accuracy on like a team-wide level.
There's a few support equips, but they don't art gen. So the fact that this can art gen and provide accuracy is pretty useful.
Increases next super arts to own self by
Yeah, the thing is though, just why not use Delta's true weapon?
That's true. Yeah. But I mean this is physical though.
Twice. Yeah, I guess. Well, Delta's true weapon's physical.
Oh wait, I'm thinking of beta. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
The thing is, like with raids, sometimes it's better to use like 2 super arts than 1 super art. So at that point, just double super art with Delta's true weapon instead of like doing a single super art with this. Because after you super art once, the buff goes away.
True. What else do we got here? Reduces enemies like file res. 35%. If used for the first time, increases own arts by 80. But we have Shizu's. Or no, we have there's another
shooting star.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's another equip that does this, I think, better though. That reduces the fire res and also gives arts. And then increases target's dark res by 30%.
Ooh, 5-star defense. There you go.
Yeah, that increases the arts by 50. That's nice. And then cures all poison. Increases units by this. Equips arts by 20. That'll probably never be used. I'm not gonna lie. There's like almost no unit, or there's almost no bosses in this game that you have to fight consistently that poison you.
Actually, yeah, it's only poison.
Yeah.
I don't even see the
womp womp. So I think like
if you want to get like a couple seconds faster on LV, maybe.
Yeah, I guess. So I think the defense in part 2, the sword maybe, the shoes in part 2, and then the first sword is pretty good. And then going back up, I think the bottom 2 here are pretty good. So Omar, to answer your questions, I think those would be the ones to go for, to be honest. But other than that, I think that's it. I don't think there's really anything else to cover.
I already have a lot of equips. I don't think I'm gonna go summon for any of the new equips. I don't know. They don't seem anything too crazy to me. I already have like shooting star and like a black trike type of equip and other stuff, but
hold on.
Now I think I'm gonna pity Witch Celia.
Witch Celia?
Yeah.
I think I have her on JP. I think I got her, luckily. I think
she's like her utility aspect of the status element res is gonna come in so useful.
No.
Plus you can combo with SS Rosetta, which that's probably the best combo in the game. So
yeah. Wait, now I gotta check to see if my thank you. Okay, so only use suspend bag on. Yeah.
But because of that, do I have enough to spend on the Kenshin crossover? That's the question.
Post Nova for real? Pretty sure it's been like
2
hours.
I might just do half off summons on part 2 of Kenshin and see what I get from there.
Oh,
that way
true.
I save my pity. That way I save my pity for like SS Rosetta and Witch Celia. And I'm using my Alk on SS Valerie, so
I know. I feel like I'm gonna
play players out there. The strat is summon with gems on crossover banners and use Alk for story units. That's mainly what I've been doing, and it kind of worked because I got War God Fen with like 80,000 Alk, and then you can pity like either the next good story unit. I think what happened is I got work out of fun with Elk, and then I pitied Emiya, and like that right there, boom, free to play combo.
Damn.
So
I think I'll probably be ending after we say our final little things. Just because we've been going for 2 hours and I have adult things that I have to take care of. Yes, I still have to do adult things even on my birthday, Sag. But yeah, so we probably won't be hosting any Novas today, at least. Maybe next time though, for sure. I have to see if I
should I do a free to play account showcase?
You should. I think you should, because your free to play is pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
It's like 95% meta units, and then like the 5% are like just random units. But
thank you for the
I'm
happy
kind of
birthday, Ellis.
because the random units I wouldn't really use anyways.
Yeah. Wait, did I actually get this girl on JP? I'm checking my JP account right now. I didn't even summon on the account. I didn't even summon on the banner. That's so funny. So no, I did not. Wait, can we pull her? Hold on. Let me see if I can like sell some units for Elk. Hold up. Wait, let me see. Bam, bam, bam. Thank you, Veer, for the happy birthday. Sad memento. Yeah, there's a few units now that I'm gonna be saving like my pity up for. So I think the plan, so for any of you who like are avid watchers of my channel and like when I do summons, I think the plan for Kenshin is going to be just freebies whenever they pop up. So during the initial launch, and then when they do the resets, I'll do like the freebie summons once. And then I think we're just gonna try to do like maybe a good handful of paid on the second part. So the first part, like honestly, yes. So honestly, on the first part, I don't really care if I get the, you know, Sunraku War Hero Fen light unit. But I do want both of those units on the second one, but not enough for me to like paid pity both of them. Like I will throw.
Yeah, that's a good justifying point, because
yeah,
part 2, they're very good characters, but they're not necessarily needed, because at the end of the day they are just like DPS units. There are very good DPS units, but like in reality all it's gonna do is just like help you clear missions like 30 seconds faster. It won't actually change if you can clear the mission or not.
So that's the plan for those of you wondering. We're not gonna be going crazy, but yeah. But yeah, I think if you don't have anything else to say, I'll probably end stream right there. You have any last minute whatever's to say, cheesy?
Not really. I think I've been playing Roblox. I hopped on Anime Mania, dude. The game popped off 3 years ago.
It's so funny.
I got a nostalgia roll. I played with a friend because yeah, the game popped off like 3 years ago, and then they re-released it, and then it had like less than 1,000 players on release. Re-release, so
nice.
Game time. The nostalgia is great.
All right.
I might make a video on like things I'd like to see in GS, so like quality of life changes.
True, you should do that. I think I did that with my New Year's thing of things I want to see, but yeah, maybe I'll have to do another one of those. Hex Roblox with viewers when? I don't know. Maybe.
Hex, we gotta play Doors. We gotta play Doors on Roblox.
Doors on Roblox? That'd be funny.
I have to beat floor 2 still. But
I must go now. Adult things are calling my name, but thank you all for joining. Thank you, Cheesy, for joining in call. I know you just kind of like popped in chat and I kind of yoinked you, but Thank
Whatever.
you for everyone who stayed this long. I appreciate you. And thank you for all the birthday wishes. Thank you for Saki for donating the €5 earlier. I will definitely put that to good use. And yeah, I guess I'll see you all when the next video uploads, which will probably be tomorrow. But yeah, see you all later. Bye. Have a good day, everyone.